coming off a lengthy COVID pause, but on a 16 points.
98 against Virginia seems like a point total you'd have if you played them twice. Right. Powerful this Gonzaga offense can be.
Drew Timme, a big guy,
give you 25 in a heartbeat in any given game.
Tim Zags, shot clock did not reset. Timme looking for help. Suggs the... Can we say future Hall of Famer without any hesitation?
Zero hesitation.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as
a 6'9" junior from Nigeria gives the Waves an early lead.
A shot blocker.
Down is Kispert, a senior who toyed with the idea of turning pro, found out, what he needed to work on. Ross with a step-back jumper, not there, but the rebound.
Guarded by Anton Watson, an excellent athlete. When your 6'8" guy can switch out on the opposing Gonzaga scores, and it's not because, they jam it inside to Drew Timme. It's because they're such a good cutting team.
LaMelo, the Ball family, a little bit strong on that one. Kispert thought about it. Instead, Timme gets a touch, but he left it short. Ball's loose.
Florida State's got so much depth. I mean, it's like watching a hockey team when they make a line change.
Aaron Cook to inbound it for Gonzaga, a grad transfer by way of Southern Illinois, who has given the Zags some nice minutes. Really good veteran quality depth off the bench at the point guard spot. Another great feed. That was...
Nembhard is such a good passer and a good player. He's called him surgical in the way he dissects a pick and roll back out there and really gutted it out. It was really impressive.
Johnny Smith with another bucket. Pepperdine back within.
That's pretty amazing for a Yayi to be the first, and I know there'll be others, but to be the first.
Robbie Heath off the bench with a bucket for the Waves, and they
right before our last break where he got fouled. He's just got a great ability to make decisions and get fouled doing it.
And he's put up some huge numbers. Had 43 in a dust
by Colby Ross. Gonzaga's not moving the way they normally move. They got to get better.
The number one team in the nation. Cedric Altman with a bucket. Waves by one.
Kispert hesitated on that shot. He had a wide open three, and usually
right there. That one had no chance of working. Suggs hits the deck and saves it.
Oh, what a pass.
And then all alone.
And then finding a teammate under the bucket. That was just absolutely beautiful. That was like a quarterback looking off. A 1-3-1 half-court trap here by Gonzaga. Suggs on the back end.
Wrong with a three. A fresh possession, though, now for the Waves, but not for long. They turn it over. Zags looking to run as always. Transfer of Nembhard, getting a seasoned starting point guard in there who can play alongside Suggs or really operate at the point when Suggs is giving number one everything they can handle those so far.
And Gonzaga, I think, is used to this kind of thing where, you watch some of Pepperdine's tapes. I mean, actually, when I told Lorenzo Romar, I'd watched their last two most complete offense and defense. Actually, Baylor's a better three-point shooting team than Gonzaga. When was the last time we said that in the last 20 years? But I agree with you. Michigan is spectacular.
Unbelievably impressive, and we both think, Jay, they'll move up to 3 or 4 or something like that when the new poll comes out on Monday with Isaiah Livers and Franz Wagner. Mike, so many weapons, so many different ways to beat you.
If they're not 3,
it's what was then an undermanned Louisville team, but Wisconsin's really good, really old.
Yeah, I mean, you hear about a run like that in a game against another opponent. You might say, okay, well, I could see that happening. I mean, it's still extraordinary. Against Wisconsin, I mean, what would the odds of that have been could happen?
Kessler Edwards, a 42% three-point shooter on the season, knocks down a 3, 4th assist to the game for Ross, and Pepperdine back within 8.
Well, Pepperdine is really rallying to the ball. That was just not a good pass because Timme was surrounded.
And staying no matter what. I don't care what my options in life are. If they give me a 50-year Malibu, Jay, I'm taking it.
Well, I grew up about 20 miles south of Pepperdine right now.
It's Heath guarding Ayayi with 9 seconds to go in the half. Off the fingertips of Timmy.
And get into a shot that easily. So I think we'll see a better, different Gonzaga team in the second half.
Gonzaga third in the nation in assist to turnover ratio, but
also leads them in steals, does so many different things.
That ball poked away from behind by Suggs. He runs.
Has to make.
Kispert and Ayayi leading the way for the Zags, each with 14. Nobody in double figures for the Waves. The scoring a bit more balanced. Gonzaga coming into the game tonight averaging 96 points per game. Ball bounces to Ayayi.
Those are the good kind of charges where it's the primary defender. It's not the secondary defender coming over.
You know, Jay, he's got 7 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Those are good numbers early in the second half, but it has been a relatively California. Second time in a week, Jay, that we have said Murrieta on the air in one of our games.
Yeah, Evan Mobley and Isaiah Mobley shooting 45% from the field, and they've made 5 threes. And the feeling you have because of the standard they've set this year is, well, they haven't played well at all.
Right.
And that's how good.
Boy, Pepperdine had another great opportunity to get even closer, but Victor Obioha, for the second time this half, missed a chippy right at the rim.
Boy, really good job by Colby Ross to take away that little pitchback action that Suggs and Kispert behind Suggs to get a quick three.
Ross really knows what he's doing out there in every respect.
That would only be a rumor. That would only be a rumor to me. I would never confirm that on my own.
Other than to make a flight, when's the last time you were willingly up at 4:30 in the morning?
When I was driving Raftery home.
So that feels like an asterisk. I think in the record book, that one, a ton of them Saturday against Portland. And right now, according to our stats monitor, fast
play basketball.
38 in a game against USC last season.
And Lorenzo Romar, asked him recently, they got crushed on the glass. Now, Bakersfield's a really good rebounding team. North Carolina's the best second best offensive rebounding team in the country. Bakersfield's number 1.
A lot of people saw this big step forward to where he would have become one of the best big men in the country.
All conferences. There are 25 small conferences.
Right.
Who's done it? And the answer is nobody. Nobody.
Staff. Tommy Lloyd's been with them forever. They do an unbelievable job recruiting internationally.
They're recruiting. I mean, years ago, they've always had outstanding players. But there was an aspect of Gonzaga, when you just saw that one of them in Jalen Suggs. You don't see those kind of behind-the-back moves going to the basket. That wasn't what they were doing 20.
Jay, one of the great success stories.
I'll take Gonzaga grades for 400, Alex. That was very good. You got the whole row. Was there any prior knowledge of what you're going to say? And the term you used, purpose. They've been cutting with a purpose, moving without the ball. That's a very good pass and good drive. And if he's able to stretch that shot out to three-point range where he can consistently make it, you combine that with that athleticism, and he's a very good defender to be able to switch out on multiple positions like Anton Watson can. Now his shoulder's healthy. Good player. What a move.
How many big guys in the country can do that and make it look as easy as Timmy just made it look?
3.
Raw guys getting better year by year, and then, having a breakout season. Watson's a pretty good candidate to put up some really big.
It's so impressive to see him play every facet of the game, and he doesn't take a play off. He defends at a high level. We've already talked about his rebounding's big time. He's a leading rebounder. There's nothing he can't do for this Gonzaga team.
Boy, Timmy going to work. No head. By the way, coming up about just over 10 minutes from now on ESPN2, another West Coast Conference game. It'll be BYU.
Yeah, Timmy jumping out on that screen roll situation. And they've got Davion Mitchell, mentioned Mark Vidal. They're a better defensive team. Gonzaga's the better offensive team. Is ranked in the top 5 in both offensive and defensive efficiency this year. Gonzaga, they're a great offensive team. But I think by the end of the season, it's going to be awfully difficult to play against Baylor. It's tough to play against them now. It's just slightly over Jared Butler as the go-to guy. Gonzaga's got more with Flagler, Mitchell, Teague, Butler. I mean, they've just got Baylor's legit. They're really good. I think they're better than last year. San Diego State, teams like that, because those were maybe the best teams that when they could score 100 points falling out of bed.
Yeah.
And that's the way these guys are. They can score 100 points. They scored 98 on Virginia. You wonder what the hair is going to look like for Kispert by the end of the year. If they're, with COVID, can they get haircuts?